HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello everyone, Tom Nappy here, and welcome to HCAM News. On today's edition of HCAM News, the latest in Hiller sports, plus much more. But first, the elementary school building committee discussed the new Elmwood School. The elementary school building committee continues to meet, host public forums, and to put together ideas for a new school which will replace Elmwood. At their meeting on Tuesday, February 27th, they discussed design ideas for the new school, including the library.
In prior meetings here, we've shared some developments of the cafeteria, gymnasium, main lobby. More recently, we shared classroom and breakout spaces. So tonight, we're going to share the media center, arts and tech, which is somewhat at the heart of the school. What we're looking at right here, right now, is on the left-hand side of the screen is a floor plan. This is the main floor. And if you'll recall, the media center is actually split on two floors. So 1/3 of the square footage is located on the first floor, and that's intended to be more deliberately for one of the three grades. So grade 2 will have its collections on this main floor, and then the 2/3 would be for grades 3 and 4. On this image, you can see over here where my cursor is, this is a zoomed in floor plan. What you're looking at is the main hallway. The lobby is off to this side, and this is the main hallway that runs by the lower side of the media center. To describe how the space is organized, if you come in, the doors, they're centrally located. The librarian is straight ahead, so the circulation desk is right there. Off to one side, the right-hand side, is a teaching area for a full class. The room is surrounded by the perimeter of book shelving, which is taller around the perimeter, and then lower stacks, I believe 42 inches, if they're out on the floor. Anything out on the floor is intended to be entirely movable and not disrupt visibility throughout the space. So it helps create a little separation, but is easily supervisable. The little triangles that you see here show kind of an aperture of views that we have at the top of the page. So starting with the one right at the librarian, it looks toward some loose seating areas and towards a reading or storytelling area. So that is this image here, where my cursor is circulating. You can see it's a view of the stairwell up to the 2/3 portion, the second floor portion of the media center. Underneath that stair, that space can be enclosed, but we think it's really a fun opportunity to create a little storytelling nook, a seating area. So we're having a little fun with what we do underneath. Maybe pop a few windows out to the corridor, but definitely trying to make this a fun space and a functional space as well. These are just some inspiration examples. So you can see just using natural themes, having fun with some of the furniture, having a modest level of built-ins, but making it age appropriate. And certainly we can work, the graphics and imagery into the wall, into any of the woodwork that we have. Some of the furnishings that are shown here are kind of fun. It's soft seating, but it works in a lot of display of books or the easy access. One of the things we heard, particularly at the lowest grade levels, is there isn't really an efficiency we're looking for in what we call volumes or lining up books. The books really want to be face out, or a lot of them do, because a lot of the children select their books that way. They need a draw, something that attracts them. So there's a lot of focus on display, particularly at the younger grades. These are some more images that show having fun with, on the left, just acoustic ceiling treatment that can take inspiration from woodlands. Some of the screens that we're talking about where we want a little bit of separation within the space, both a little bit acoustically but still maintain visibility. We can have fun with the patterns there, or just on the wall surfaces. This on the far right is an example of acoustic treatment. It can come in square panels, but it can come in hexagons too, and just a little bit of treatment takes something that's functional and makes it kind of fun.
Be on the lookout for future ESBC meetings airing on HCAM and also ESBC public forums, where the community is encouraged to participate and give their input about the new school. Believe it or not, we are through the winter regular season, and it is playoff time for Hopkinton Hillers winter sports. Here's a look at the latest happenings. In the final game of the regular season, Hopkinton Hiller boys varsity basketball took on Wayland. Jack Iannelli got the offense going for the Hillers.
A little flat, and then refocused after an early timeout, and they were able to pull away after that. Here's a three-pointer for Jack Iannelli.
Iannelli for three. Count it!
Yeah, not waiting for the offense to get settled or the defense to get settled. Just takes it right up. They're setting up in a 2-3 zone here, the Hillers. Oh, Iannelli with a big steal.
Quick hands by Iannelli, and he finishes. Already 8 points for Jack Iannelli.
That's a quick 8 points for him.
Ross taking it up. Good steal there. Iannelli with the quick hands once again to the rack, and he gets the bucket. It was a 14-9 Hiller lead entering the second quarter, and the Hiller offense picked up the pace even more. Trying to take it in. Caulfield up for the floater. No good. Iannelli grabs it. To Dedajian. Dedajian puts it up and in. Joe. Iannelli taking it in, squeezes between two defenders, gets it to Marcinowski, who banks it off the glass and in.
Great assist by Iannelli on that play. There's a steal by Iannelli.
Oh, look at that steal. Feeds it back, and Dedajian finishes.
Another assist by Iannelli there.
Joe gets it into Marcinowski, up and in with the hook.
Yeah, not as easy as it looked. A lot of body contact on Marcinowski there.
Oh, Iannelli again. Count it.
Wow, that's amazing. Just catches the steal right out of the air.
Quickest hands I think I've ever seen. Now Willitson for three. Got it! Hillers outscore Wayland in the second quarter, 21-11. The Hillers had 6 different point scorers in the quarter. It was a 35-20 Hillers lead at the half. During the halftime break, I had a chance to talk with members of the Hiller girls basketball team who were fresh off a win versus Tewksbury in a Westboro tournament consolation game. In case you missed it, here's the conversation. Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball team. Girls, introduce yourselves. Who do we have here?
I'm Elena Davies, and I'm a senior.
I'm Kate Finnegan, and I'm also a senior.
I'm Bethel Flanagan, and I'm also a senior.
I'm Caroline Kane, and I'm also a senior.
All right, so you just went to the Westboro tournament and had a couple of good games against Wayland and Tewksbury, got a nice win. How was the tournament, and how was that experience?
It was really good. I mean, the Westboro tournament's always fun every year, nearing the end of the season, so we were looking forward to it this year, but it was a good couple games we had.
Yeah, the Westboro tournament is just such a great atmosphere, and we all love going to it. I think we played really hard, especially today on offense and defense.
It's good to get a 10th win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, and it must feel good heading into the playoffs with a win. Are you ready for the postseason?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're ready.
So excited. It's been a little bit, but we're excited to be back.
Yeah.
All right, and I have to ask, you're all captains, and I believe all in your senior year, correct?
Yes.
So what's your favorite memory from being part of the Hiller girls basketball team?
Oh, that's a good question. There's a lot of good ones, but I think my favorite memory might be, honestly, senior night this year. Although we didn't get the win that we wanted, it was still so much fun, like doing all like the senior night activities, and it was crazy that it was finally like our turn to be the seniors. So that was a lot of fun.
All right.
Mine was senior night last year, Bruce night. It was really fun. It was just a great day to celebrate Alexis. So. I've just enjoyed playing with these people forever. We've been playing together since like 4th grade, so it's good to finally be together one last time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'd also say senior night and probably just like the Spaggers with the team because, like Bethel said, we've been so close and like it's so nice to share this bond and play one last time with everyone.
Well, girls, congratulations on a great season. We're looking forward to the playoffs, and it's been fun following all of you throughout your Hiller days.
Thank you so much.
It was a good back and forth battle in the third quarter. Underneath, kicks it out to Del Ponte. Willetson, Iannelli. Up for the shot. Count it. Driving in. No good. Batted in the air, and it's collected by DeLuca. Up top, Cho for 3. Got it.
Big bucket for Cho.
Attempt. And it is off the top of the hoop. Rebound Marcinowski off the missed vert shot. DeLuca feeds it over. Now Willetson from the corner buries it. The Hillers had 8 different point scorers in the third and outscored Wayland 20-18 in the quarter and led the game 55-38 heading into the fourth quarter. As they work around the perimeter. Cross to Dedeja. Now Willetson from the corner. Knocks it down, plus the foul. The rare and one on a 3 ball.
Wow, he's going to go up there for the 4-point play. Play by Whalen to get a guy loose down the lane. He just could not connect.
Iannelli buries a 3 from the corner. The Hillers pulled away in the fourth quarter and got some of the backups in the game. Hopkinton took the win in their regular season finale over Wayland, 74-53. Jack Iannelli netted a team-high 19 points in the game. Sam Dedejian and James Marcinowski also contributed 12 points each, and Cooper Willetson had 11 points in the Hiller victory. With the win, the Hillers finish the regular season at 17 wins and 3 losses. The Hillers now await the MIAA Division II playoff brackets to see when they play next. Wayland finishes their season with 4 wins and 16 losses. The MIAA playoff brackets and schedules were released this past weekend. Hiller boys basketball finished the regular season with a record of 17-3 and captured the 6th seed, and will host the winner of 38-seeded Hingham and 27-seeded Reading Memorial at a date and time to be determined. Stay tuned to our website, hcam.tv, for updates. Hiller girls basketball finished the regular season 10-10 and captured the 24th seed and will visit 9th-seeded Quincy in the first round of the Division I playoffs. The game is scheduled for Friday, March 1st at 6:30 p.m. Hiller boys hockey finished the regular season 14-4-2 and captured the 18th seed and will visit 15th-seeded Masconomet in the first round of the Division II playoffs. The game will take place Wednesday, February 28th at 7:45 p.m. at Valley Forum in Haverhill. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Girls Hockey Co-op finished the season 5-12-4 and fell just short of the playoffs. Congratulations to the team and first-year head coach Chin on a great, very competitive season. Be sure to stay tuned to the HCAM website, hcam.tv, and our social media pages for the latest updates of Hopkinton Hiller's playoff action. We are going to take a quick time out. A whole lot more HCAM news ahead. Don't go anywhere.
HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Saturday morning cartoons are back. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., HCAM's Toon Time has an hour of classic cartoons, from Betty Boop to Superman to Popeye to Bugs Bunny and more. You'll see your old favorites and discover new ones. So tune in to Toon Time, Saturdays at 8, and start your weekend off with a laugh.
actually just a glory. We asked 100 fourth graders, what is a state in the western part of the United States?
Come on, world map, where are you?
Confident.
Confident?
Very confident, apparently.
Fabulous.
I'm Cindy Donda, and I'll see you there.
Welcome back to HCAM News. The Select Board recently welcomed some new employees. Here's a look. The Select Board continues to fill the many open positions in town. At their meeting on February 13th, they confirmed Michael Savard as Assistant Building Inspector, Zoning Enforcement Officer.
So I'll start out with saying good evening. My name is Michael Savard. I currently reside in Blackstone, Mass. I've been in construction for, seems like forever. I graduated in 1996 from Blackstone Valley Tech and started in the construction field with my father. My father owned and operated Lakeview Interior Trim. He was a developer. He did remodeling and interior finish work. So we stayed pretty busy. It wasn't probably 7 years after that, and he thought that I'd do well on my own. So I opened up Lakeview Construction and Remodeling, and I hit the ground running. We built everything from new construction, residential homes. We did commercial build-outs. We did remodeling, basements, a little bit of everything. And I fell in love with the trade, and I always prided myself on the fact that I want to do it right and I want to do it the first time. I had a lot of respect for all the local authorities, and some people are afraid of the authorities, and I always kind of partnered up with them and look forward to seeing them because I was proud that, we could get it right the first time and do a good job.
The board also confirmed Charles Paquette for treasurer.
So like Norman and Kristen touched on, my experience with banking, treasury, and accounts payable, it's all been very thoroughly thought of. I've always had a very specific interest in being a treasurer. And so my career plan was very kind of lined out on purpose. Started in banking so that I could understand banking and, the legality of banking. Started as the assistant treasurer for Spencer. And then once I got into that, I said, what would actually really help me understand even more so my job if I do accounts payable, because that's such a big part of our job. To see and actually do the work myself really helps me understand that aspect of it. And I really think that that's a great thing. And as they mentioned, I've been here for 8 months and I've grown and I continue to grow. And I look forward to that. And everybody at Town Hall is very welcoming. And I appreciate that. Just look forward to it.
In the following week, the Select Board met on February 20th and approved Kyla LaPierre as Chief Financial Officer.
I left State Street in June of last year, and I am looking for a new adventure, so I was thrilled to see this opportunity in Hopkinton. I live in Milford, so I was looking for an opportunity to continue in a career in a local community where I can make a difference and influence a different type of work, let's say. I felt a really good connection with Norman and the team during the interview process, and thoroughly am thrilled to be able to engage with everybody, learn the job, and learn the community. So really looking forward to it.
It's time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. At the Hopkinton Public Library on February 29th, tomorrow at 6:30, Garden Design for Habitat, brought to you by the Hopkinton Area Land Trust. You can learn all about gardening for habitat. For more details, you could visit our website, hcam.tv, or scan the QR code or you can check out hopkintonlibrary.org. Our picture of the week, Hopkinton Hillers Alpine Ski recently participated in the state championships over at Wachusett Mountain. Here are the Hiller Alpine skiers. Congratulations on qualifying for the state championships and a terrific season. Upcoming town government meetings include on Monday, March 4th at 7 p.m. We'll have the planning board meeting live on HCAM TV. And don't forget, Tuesday, March 5th, it is state primary election day. So be sure to locate your nearest polling location. Don't forget to view all upcoming town government meetings. Head over to hcam.tv/gov. And for more information, you can visit the town government website at hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Hello, this is Actions Taken for the Select Board meeting of February 20th. This is Miro Kramer, Select Board Chair. And from our meeting on the 20th, we considered at our consent agenda the minutes of January 19th, as well as the parade permit application for the Hopkinton High School car parade. Many thanks to the seniors and their parents for working so collaboratively with town departments to make sure that we were all in agreement that the senior car parade could happen once again this year. It's an event that we all look forward to. We hired a new town employee. Kyla LaPierre was hired as the Chief Financial Officer. She comes to us after a long career with State Street Bank, and we're extremely excited to have Kyla on board and to have the Chief Financial Officer position filled. For annual town meeting, we considered reviewing the language of the annual town meeting articles. We made no changes. We did consider the property disposition of 0 Duffield Road and 0 Beach Street. That piece of property will be on town meeting for the town meeting voters to consider being able to sell that small piece of property. We heard from the town manager and the HR director, our acting HR director, Kristen Merrill, about the town manager search and the deputy police chief search processes. We did decide on a search organization for the deputy police chief, and we have committed to completing that before May town meeting. So there will be more to come on that as we move forward. The town manager, for the town manager search, we did agree that we needed to hire a search team, and we will be initiating that process to identify a vendor in the next couple of meetings to come. In the meantime, just so folks remember, if they didn't see the transition plan presented at a previous meeting, while we are in process of hiring a town manager, and we will be open to internal and external applicants for that process, Mrs. Elaine Lazarus, who is currently the assistant town manager, will serve on an interim basis. We will take action on that. The next steps for her are for us to agree on a contract, and then we will start to actively plan Mr. Kamalo's end date with Hopkinton between now and June, when he needs to be able to be on to his new professional adventure. We heard about the Main Street Corridor project. Still no updates again on the transformers. We are hoping that maybe some citizens and private companies can help us potentially identify sources. It's not apparently a universal problem that everybody is experiencing, and we would like to encourage Eversource to get that project completed. The PFAS treatment project, the filtration system is up, and it is expected to be online no later than May of 2024. We continue to make progress with the MWRA and negotiations with DCR in terms of formalizing the connection to getting the future long-term solution for the town's water concerns is to connect to the MWRA through Southborough's connection, and those discussions and that connection work is ongoing. We did consider a draft Hopkinton Affordable Housing Corporation charge. There were a few initial questions. That conversation will be held more completely with other stakeholders in the affordable housing conversation in town at a future meeting. And that concludes the meeting for February 20th. We also had a very brief meeting called for Friday, February 23rd, because we needed to approve posting the presidential primary warrant. It had to be posted by Monday, yesterday. And so we had to call a quick meeting in order to make sure that happened in a timely fashion, and it has been posted. And that's it for actions taken.
One of the best of all time, one of the most clutch quarterbacks of all time. But whether you like the Chiefs or not, I mean, you got to be impressed by Pat Mahomes. So let's go around the table and get your thoughts on the game. Andy, start us off.
It's very simple. When Christian McCaffrey fumbled the ball on the opening drive, the 49ers were done. You just cannot. What the Chiefs are doing right now is very similar to what the Patriots did for so many years. Never can count them out because Patriots had Brady, they had Bill, the Chiefs had Mahomes. I knew as soon as they fumbled the ball, they weren't going to win the game. You just cannot play that way against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I picked the Chiefs to win. I said that the 49ers were the more talented team, but they're not the smarter team. And how many more times are they going to keep letting Kyle Shanahan coach this team? This guy, you are never going to get over the top with Kyle Shanahan as your coach. This guy is doomed. He's doomed your teams. He takes no chances whatsoever.